What up? What up? You know what it is? The seed talk, stuff to make your seeds walk and whatnot. I've
Sorry,
been
man. I'm not one for formalities, you know what I mean? But sorry, proceed, brother. Pardon me.
nah, this is something I've been wanting to do for a minute. And man, it's good to have you on the podcast, man. Let's go ahead and get the little formalities out of the way first.
Let's do it.
You probably don't want to take, you're not going to take kindly to a lot of the compliments I'm going to give you, man, but I consider you a mentor. Taught me how to work the ASR.
I hold that.
Yeah.
I'll be mentoring dudes, man. There ain't no problem with that.
Yeah. And I got like a few mentors, you know what I'm saying, in the music game when it comes to this hip hop thing.
As we all do.
Yeah. But you're like my first one. Like my first one when I was like, dang, I remember coming down to the pharmacy. Was that on Olive Street?
Correct.
Boom. In the CD, the Valley.
Mm-hmm.
We got to put Seattle on the map when it comes to this hip hop stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I remember I had this group, or we had this group, me and Boney B, aka Rob Warren, aka Chow. Shout out.
What's up, Chow?
I was a sophomore in high school. We both went to O'Day. And
ooh, you did go to O'Day, private school.
I tried to get into Garfield. I even put on the application that I was white, and they bust me out to Ingram. But that's a different story, different podcast.
I can imagine they didn't buy that one that you was
white. That's another podcast.
Oh man, I'm gonna do that one with you.
So that talent show, my sophomore year in high school, changed my life when it came to popularity and whatnot. Rob, he said, do you rap? I said, yeah, man, I rap. So he was like, yeah, right. And then I must have got busy a couple of times in the freestyle ciphers. Jermaine was there. Me and Jermaine used to friendly battle all the time in O'Day.
Okay.
All the time. And then Boney B, aka Rob Child, used to beatbox.
I can see that.
Yeah, he used to beatbox, and then me and Jermaine used to trade verses.
Beatbox lips.
Yeah.
No non-binary.
That's racial. That's racial, bro.
I'm racist. So.
Black people can't be racist.
Hey man, it ain't racist, but it's prejudice, man. I figure if
it's internalized, big lips,
you could probably beatbox, but
it's internalized. It's internalized.
He got lungs and big lips. If he can't beatbox, I mean, he's wasting his talent, as far as I'm concerned.
So, anyways, he says, man, we should start a group, and he said, man, what should we call ourselves? I said CPR, Creative Poetic Rhythm. He said, man, that's dope, man. I said, yeah, we give him a life back to hip hop.
What that stood for?
Yep, Creative Poetic Rhythm.
Oh, I never knew that, bro.
So we do the talent show, and people go bananas. He had this cut called "Who's the Man." I had this, this verse, and I never will.
Hey, let me just pause for a second.
Okay.
No, let me just pause for a second. Like, just from an outside perspective. Yo, y'all had mad charisma, yo. Like, you guys, like, mad charisma. I remember you guys, like, for that particularly. That, and you always dressed really well, man, but you had your bows back then and stuff like that. Like, did you not?
I did.
I was like, man, this bro got your bows. You had your dancing, and like, the girls was like, oh, I was like, oh, yo, these guys are... And then Boney B is what he was called back then.
Yeah.
Boney B had and to this day has no inhibitions about anything. So
no.
So
he's awesome.
Yeah, you guys' energy combined. You had that fly stuff, but really flamboyant with it, and like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the word I'm looking for?
We were one of the first local hip hop groups to do bumper shoot back in the day. That's real historical facts, for real.
I believe it, man, because I know they wasn't having the ghetto children back then. I can guarantee you that.
We're gonna get to that. So we do this talent show, and people was like saying the same thing that Vitamin was saying. Like, man, you guys is hype. This is that and the third. You guys is dope. Da da da. There was Purple and Gold Day, and that was y'all used to.
Purple and White Day.
Purple and
White.
Don't
disrespect the.
No, I'm thinking because I'm a Husky. I'm thinking
you was at Garfield too.
I was for 4 years.
Purple and White Day. Quit playing, man.
You know what?
Quit playing.
You know
I'll
what?
show this to your students too.
That's a stripe. That's a stripe on me. I'll take that infraction.
Show that to your students, man. Because come on now, you can don't ever disrespect the Bulldog. And I'm just saying that. I'm sorry. Well, shout out to Ish. It's purple when there's snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? That is a strike because I am an honorary Bulldog. A lot of people don't know that. I was there for 4 years. I was
enrolled.
No.
Oh no, you was.
I was staff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm an honorary Bulldog.
You're right. So
that's even
extra shame on you.
Yes, you're right. Yeah. So Purple and White Day came. I misspoke, man. Anyways, it's a Seattle thing. Purple and gold, purple and white, Huskies, Bulldogs. Yeah. You know, when a dog look in the mirror, what you got? God. But listen, it was like another one of our long-standing debates. But anyways, they said we went to Purple and White Day, and there's somebody who is doper than CPR. It's like, no, man, no, they're filthy. They're called the Ghetto Children. This dude was, and the Beast. I think it was our homeboy Jerome was talking about you. I was like,
and it was probably only Jerome at that point. If we're talking about
you crazy. No, man. See, always humble Vitamin.
I don't know. From my perspective, man. I mean, you know, we get a lot of love. So apparently we.
Okay.
I don't know, man. It's hard
Let me finish.
Yeah.
I said, who is these guys? And he's like, man, they call themselves the Ghetto Children. I said, the Ghetto Boys? It's like, is I like the Ghetto Boys? Like, it's like a knockoff. Because that was back in the day, you know, when Sir Mix-a-Lot had Swap Meet Louie. So we had all these knockoff jokes. Also, they're not the Ghetto Boys, they're the Ghetto Children. He's like, nah, bro, they're filthy. I was like, okay. So somehow, some way, I found out that Vitamin, aka Derek Brown,
Brown family. First of all, Brown stand up. No, man. Hey, man. While we're at since we're doing governments.
Oh wow!
All Septimites stand up, and all my Browns know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So no, you know what? I'm explaining to people.
Go ahead.
My great grandfather. His name was Septimus Brown. Sounds native, right? Native American.
That sounds dope. It sounds actually dope.
All right, so my father.
He sounds actually like an Autobot, but it's cool.
Oh, come on, man. Don't disrespect the lady.
That's not disrespected. I'm just saying he sounds like a Transformer.
He wasn't transforming, I guarantee you that. Stand-up dude. Didn't transform ever.
Okay, now you taking it way back to gang culture now.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about as a man. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about integrity. Integrity means you don't transform, correct?
I don't know, man. I transform from man to God, but that's a whole different. I told you it's different.
That's a metamorphosis more than a transformation, but we can get into that later. You know what I mean? If you're talking that, you know what I mean? I'm talking about worldly or man-like, as in mankind. Shout out to the non-binaries and the ladies. We're not trying to disrespect when I say that. You know, I'm just saying this is the terms we've been given. You know what I mean? If we were speaking African, we wouldn't even have these debates because African language
absolutely
addressed all that before we made the verse.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
We're not talking about that. We're speaking the King's English. So
absolutely.
So, you know, shout out to everybody. I'm not trying to be non-inclusive with that, man, because I respect, you know, whatever anybody got going on. But with that said,
that's why I rock with Vitamin. He's a scholar like me. See, I knew you're gonna do that. You are a scholar. But go ahead.
I read, but I didn't.
No, you are more than just a read. There's a difference between a person who reads and who's a scholar. What you just now did was scholarship. But go ahead.
I feel you on some levels.
Yeah,
I feel you. But Anyway, so my father and his cousins and brothers started a group called Septimus, and there were a funk band around Seattle that still to this day makes noise. Rest in peace, Frankie B and Frankie B Jr. Dang, that was a cult. That's a sad one. But do your history on that one. Look up at Discogs, and they got a 12-inch that they put out in '82 that's worth like $800 or some dumb.
We got to do an episode when we talk about like that and the Emerald Street Boys.
Hey man, my family's in the
your pops.
You talking about digging in the crates? My family's in the crate.
Got you.
They're already in the crate.
Got you.
I run into my family when I dig into the crate, which is ill. Man, I hope I live up to their legacy. You feel me? Because I think I'm doing all right though.
No. We gonna get there. We getting there. Getting there. There's so much we gotta talk about. I felt like we've done a lot within 11 minutes. But listen, so I go down to the I found out where this dude lives. It's on Olive Street. It's in the Valley. It's in the CD. Yeah, we doing Seattle talk today.
Yeah.
And
for another cross reference,
go ahead.
The reason why you're even able to come to my house is because I want to say I met Rob. Excuse me for calling him Rob, but that's how the heck I met him as Rob.
You think? Hold on. You said the reason why I came to the house was because of Rob? I don't think so.
I don't know. I want to. Which one of y'all? Did I meet you in night school or did I meet him in night school? Which one did I meet? Which one of y'all met in night school? I met one of y'all in night school.
You met Rob because he's a delinquent like that.
Okay, you always got good grades.
I didn't always get grades, but I like school more than Rob.
Okay, I never got good grades at all. I felt every way to cheat thing because I already knew more than the teacher half of the time when I was in class most of the time. And so I was like, really? This is what we're doing? You know what?
Okay.
I met one of y'all in night school or summer school. I can't remember, bro. Did you go to summer school?
At Rainier Beach, I did. But that was after the fact, though.
All right.
That was after the fact. I had already been to your house and recorded after that fact.
I met one of y'all.
I was a senior.
At what's the one in the North End? Is it
Marshall?
Mm-hmm. I met one of y'all. It had to be Rob.
It was Rob. Only time I was at Marshall was when I was tutoring high schoolers. But listen.
Okay. That you should have tutored me. You should have. I hope you tutored people like me, man. It got me out of trouble. Because
So I remember me going there without Rob.
First time.
Yes. Let me tell you the reason why.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
Let me tell you the reason why I know that's true. Because I had way more freedom and liberation than Rob.
Yeah, he had the church mom.
Boom. You got a good memory.
Yeah, church.
Yes.
Mom. I remember.
Do you know when? Fast forward when
he never took me over to his house because he was scared to let his mom meet me. Be like straight up.
Yeah, because he was smoking weed.
No, I didn't smoke weed in high school.
You didn't? Oh my bad.
No, I sold it. I didn't smoke it.
Well, there you go. Then there you go.
Yeah.
Okay. You was a smart drug dealer back in the day.
Yeah, they said don't hire if you don't comply, and then eventually you fall a victim, and then
the interesting thing about Rob is, Bonnie B, is I remember distinctly calling him on the phone, him being on punishment, probably for skipping class, something he did, and talking to his mom and saying, "Mom, for real, you gotta let him come to the show. You gotta let him perform." She was like, "No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. I'm the mother. He's the child. That's not how it works."
That's how you got it.
And if you know Black moms in the 90s, the audacity, the
fact that you had that conversation,
exactly,
is progressive.
Exactly,
that's progressive.
No, the audacity to even ask. I literally said, "Hey, man, for real, man, bro, put your mom on the phone, bro." Like,
oh, you convinced him to put your mom on the phone. Oh man, yeah, that wouldn't have worked with me. You would have said, "Put your mom on the phone." I was like, "Yeah, bro, I'd rather see you in the backyard." Straight up, I ain't putting my mom on the phone.
So, I make it down to the studio. I knock on the front door.
So how do you know what like how do you get to my like bro? Like hold on, man, back up. Cause this is one of them ones. You know how like you feel like you know somebody the whole time, but you don't understand how you know them. You're one of them people for me. Like I feel like I knew you the whole time. I don't understand how.
And I'm gonna tell you how we got so close and when it clicked. You're gonna remember it too. Well, okay. Maybe you not. You might not. But anyways, I went to the front door. I knocked on the door. I can't remember if it was your little brother or your sister. Looked at me.
My sister at that time.
That looked at me like, dog, why are you coming to the front door? Everyone knows you go around the side. And I was like, oh,
he in the dungeon, bro. He ain't upstairs.
I'm like, oh, bro. And we got to get on that too. Like, was that like, when did that start? You being in the basement? But listen, we in the basement now.
I was in that basement since we moved to Seattle.
Oh, yeah, because you're from South Central, right? You're from LA, right?
Yeah, well, I was born in the little Hollywood hospital. We was in South Central at the time, and then we ended our LA career in Inglewood.
So when did you come to Seattle?
86.
So, you know what? You came to Seattle the same time I came to Washington.
Where?
You was like 12, right?
Approaching 12.
Right. I came here from Cincinnati. Oh, we got stories.
Yeah, you're from Cincinnati. I knew that. I did know that.
Okay. So I walk around to the side. I knock on the door. I think you did one of those man is open type stuff, like, which is ominous because that door was open too many times and it wasn't a good thing. You said that someone wandered in that door one time with a knife.
No, man, you know what I mean? People had to get beat up. Like,
see, exactly. See?
That's a studio life, though, bro. Like,
yeah.
Even in my as professional as my studios ever became, there's always just that element, bro. It's just I don't understand why that comes with music. It comes with people's it always comes with an entourage. They're little side people.
Yeah.
It's always those guys that's kicking up dust. The artist is trying to get music done. You know, it's the entourage that kicks up. But yeah, somebody always got to get removed, or somebody come with the weapon, and we guys like, yo, we ain't doing that, and they feel some kind of way, and then we got to remove. You know how it go, bro.
So many stories. So I come in. I think it was one of those things, man. It's open. Did it? I kind of like knocked on the door and I kind of peeped in because Black culture is like you just don't be walking in people's houses. And he was just like, man, just come in. So I come in. I'm like, man, it's kind of. I step down, I look around.
It's dark.
Yep. Came in. He had his whole joint set up, and he had the infamous, the wall, the ceilings was all covered in graffiti. And I was like, damn. Like, first thing was like, man, your mom let you do this? He was like, yeah, da. Didn't take
my mom didn't come down there.
Okay. Say that then.
It was like straight lion's pit down there. Be like throw a mistake, man, but I'm not going in there. Like that's how the basement was with my mom. That's how I even had the freedom to even build a studio down there. She didn't know I was building a studio. That was my bedroom.
Right.
That's like my little territory, whatever. So it's like, all right, y'all gonna throw me in the basement? I can't be upstairs. Well, I'm gonna do what I do. And then there was already,
And then your brother was in the side room on the bunk bed.
But he wasn't there quite yet because my sister had that room and she was like, hell no, this nigga's scratching the shit and doing all this shit all night. Nah, B, I gotta get out of here. Like, I'm trying, my sister's a scholar. She's a fucking administrator in a school district. So, like, she was always about
like
school.
Me.
Just like you, yeah. She was always about that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, that don't mix with a dude trying to figure out what key something's in at 2 a.m. and trying to mix another record with it and all this other stuff. You know what I mean? Like this, it don't quite go together.
So I come out to the studio, and I'm gonna be all over the place now. And so I come down there, and I don't really know what I want to do. I've never been in this space before. And if you were to look at my studio right now, he's in it. It's both of my passions. in one room. It's a library on one end with hundreds of books, and then it's a studio on the other end. And I can honestly say that my studio and my whole culture down here is modeled after the basement on Olive Street. This is the pharmacy for me.
And the cool thing about it, man, when you got actual real wood. We used to have that when the basement had the fake wood in there. You know what I mean? What that little, why was they doing that back then? Bro? That was terrible. But they used to have that wood siding that they put in the basements back then, man. Like that wood, that fake wood wall or whatever, right? And it buckle and be all curvy. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
You got to be from my era to understand that. You new kids got finished basements and y'all got TVs.
You know what the crazy is they use that same wood, that fake wood technology in bowling alleys.
On the floor?
Word.
No way.
Okay.
Particle board on the floor.
Word.
I guess so, because you don't want to damage real wood with the ball, because that ball is going to keep killing the real wood. I get that.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm looking at it. It didn't take long for me to tag my name on the ceiling. My name back in the day was P Love. Don't laugh. Performing everlasting essence. Love. P Love.
I forgot about P Love. Yo.
And I remember seeing Peace's name up there, and then people would put after her name Piece of Ass. Thing was so disrespectful.
That's disrespectful. Shout out to Peace, man. I hope you're doing good.
Shout out to Peace, man. Incredible MC and spoken word artist.
And human being.
Yes, man. Totally.
Let's just keep it on that level.
Hey, you know that, did you know that me, Laura Peace Kelly, and Boney B, we're gonna have a group?
I did know that.
Oh, okay, you did.
I was gonna do the music, remember?
Man, she had this song called "God Damn It, I'm Pissed."
I don't remember that one.
Yeah, well, I do. But anyway, so I'm down there, and basically he tells me the culture of what's going on down there. He said, "This is Tribal Productions." And he had all these groups that were kind of like, I mean, you was the Kanye / Suge Knight.
Suge Knight?
I mean, you had your own label. I mean, who you want to be, Master
Vitamin
P?
D, so it would be Suge Day.
Okay. All right.
Over Suge Knight.
I got you. And I always thought, man, I was like, man, this dude got the dopest name, Vitamin D. That's a dope name for so many different reasons, because people with melanin, you know what I'm saying, get vitamin D from the sun.
Hey, man.
I'm like this because I was super duper, and I still am. I'm a super duper pro black, Afrocentric. And I was like, vitamin D.
Me too. That worked out for me. So, you know, like I didn't give myself that name.
Oh, please tell.
You know who gave me that name?
No.
It wasn't even who gave me that name. It was a series of ranks, really.
Okay. At
that point, I was.
Oh, wait. You gotta. That's a Seattle thing. Ranks is a Seattle thing. What does rank mean?
Oh man, you know, bagging or whatever you
put downs, capping,
whatever, capping up. Well, capping's lying now. So
yeah.
You can't say that, but capping back in the day.
Doing the dozen, roasting.
You're roasting the guy. Roasting. Everybody know roasting.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a roast session, man. You know, I played some songs and everybody liked. You know, that was like it's dope, but your beats sound all sunny and. Fruit. They said your beats are sounding fruity and sunny and all that stuff, and it's like, oh, fresh watermelon on a sunny day, and somehow vitamin D came out the rank session. Like, oh,
damn, that's a dope name.
And I want to say, our brother Fats was there.
Okay.
Because at that point, I didn't have no rap name quite yet. I was thinking of D equals MC squared. That's why I kind of wanted to go by back then. But
doesn't sound anything like Run DMC, but it's cool.
It sounds too much like Run DMC. Maybe I don't know. It's an equation. You know, nobody wants to announce an equation
exactly
in relation to music. Like only musicians want to do that, not regular people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got one of the dopest names. So, anyways, I came down to this and I entered this culture, and I was like, damn, man. It was like, I want to be a part of Tribal Productions. Like, damn. And I remember.
I don't think I made up that Tribal Production thing. I don't know.
I don't think it was Tribal.
I don't know, like man, you know the like
Who came up with tribal then?
I can't remember that.
But yeah, but see, that was the beautiful thing about it, like
I always didn't quite like that name, but
because it sounded too much like Tribe Called Quest.
Maybe.
That's what I always thought.
And low key is big as an influence as they are on us. We don't want to be them. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like so, like, but no disrespect. Like them brothers influenced all of us. Like they showed us a new way. You know what I mean? The same way the Jungle Brothers and Prince Paul was Stetsasonic and all that. And you know, like it's all a linear, it's all a progression or whatever. But
yeah.
So we don't want to disrespect that, but at the same time, we don't want to be them. You know what I mean? We're b-boys, but like you can't be the next person. You know what I mean? So we were trying to figure out how to get that energy in a label with, you know what I mean, with a name, but I never quite that one never gelled with me. That tribal thing.
It works. It's legendary for Seattle.
It is, and of course I'm a rep, and of course I repped it to the death. I mean, how hard can you rep something? You know what I mean? So I 100% repped it. So
yeah, you can rep it as,
once we agree. You feel me?
No, tribal was a legitimate. How can I say this? It was like a legitimate / organization / franchise, like to equivalent of what you would call a gang. Like, I mean, not like a gang, but like it was the same respect as like the BGDs, the Crips, the Bloods. It's tribal.
I ain't gonna say that. It was a crew.
It's the same respect. No one messed with tribal. You had the same respect. Like you had street cred. That's all I'm saying. You can.
I'm gonna hold that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're an insider. I'm an outsider. I'm just saying tribal had respect. Like it was a form of respect, especially in hip hop culture. No, but you transcended hip hop culture. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, we had some. I mean, man. I mean, you know, we had gentle guys like me, and then we had goons too. So it was cool.
Yeah, it was good. So
balance.
I come into this culture, and we were trying to, we were getting a little bit of gymnasium fame, and the relationship grew. I don't think I could have met a better person who I would say is my mentor than Vitamin. Seriously, like I grew up on jazz music in Cincinnati, listening to my grandfather, and I grew up in the church. I grew up with an uncle who was like a classical vocalist, rest in peace, Saskia. But my relationship with Vitamin is synthesized everything as me being like, I've arrived as an artist, as a musician. I know let me figure out how to use my mouth as my voice as an instrument, and then he can help me do some other things. I always had a good ear for samples. I always had a really good ear. I remember a couple of times he was like, nah, man, that's not gonna work. I said, man, you know how to work this ASR 10, man. Do this, do that, man. It's like, oh, it does work. Oh, that does work. So we get a little bit of fame, and we're in talent shows. We're talent show friendly. And the crazy thing about it is how.
All right, let me back up though. We did not have an ASR 10 back then.
Oh, I know. I told you I was going to skip around.
Okay, no, we didn't. When
you got that.
You was rocking. We had
You had that 4-track.
We had a 4-track and a Roland S50.
Yes.
That's what we had.
But when I started recording with you officially, you had the ASR. I think. Yeah, I think you had it. You didn't?
Nah, I didn't get the ASR until 99.
Okay, I don't think I really recorded with you until then, though. Seriously.
Nope, I got 4-track tapes with you. Cut it out from like 96.
Okay.
90 before I even got ADATs and all that. I got tapes. I got a tape. Me and you made a tape off the 4-track.
Damn.
Before ADATs, before the mixing board and all that shit. Excuse my language.
Mm-hmm. What was he doing on that? What was he doing?
It was you and Boney B, bro.
Oh, the light will show. The light will show.
I don't know the song, but I remember the session. I remember you guys. I remember you guys' energy because it was different from ours.
Explain, because that's a good segue to another story I got. Go ahead, explain.
I'm sorry. He knows where I'm going with that. That's an inside laugh right there. I'm not even gonna speak it on this.
Nah, go ahead, man.
No.
I feel like this is a Kanye Talib moment.
I'm not speaking that at the mic. If you bring it up, I'll comment on my perspective.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Okay, so I don't know if this is where you're going. I'm pretty much sure this is where you're going. So I remember one day we was in the pharmacy. We had built a relationship. We was cool. Yeah, real good. Like it was a really good, interesting relationship. It was cool because
me and you always kind of been some semi-contentious, but with respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's always been cool. But this is post Boney B, correct?
No.
You were still rocking with Boney B. Y'all were still a group at this point.
This story in particular.
Okay. All right. Give me the story. I want to see where we're going.
This is when we had our gymnasium and talent show fame.
Okay.
No, because me and Boney B, like we was like
y'all was ripping, bro. Like I remember you guys' energy. I used to be like, man, I used to tell Bill, like, man, those guys got the energy. The bars, I don't know, but the energy and the presentation, yes.
See, this is what I'm talking about, man.
Hey, man, I'm just being honest with you, bro. You're my brother, man. I can be honest with you.
No.
I had bars and I had the opposite problem as you.
Your stage performance was terrible, bro.
Terrible.
I didn't have terrible bars. Cut that out.
Nah, you wasn't that. Your bars wasn't.
My bars back in the day were not good, but they weren't terrible.
Man,
My delivery,
I'm not gonna say terrible, but you developed that wasn't.
I definitely got better over the years. Okay. Definitely.
We both improved in these different areas, correct?
Definitely.
There you go, brother. You see what I'm saying? I used to look down and be shy because I'm an introvert, man, at heart.
Yeah.
Producer, man. You know, I'm meant to press buttons and all that, man. But
no, there's stuff that I listened to back in the day, and I was like, damn, bro, you're horrible.
I mean, terrible. We all got cringe.
No, but the who's the man using man? I thought that was a solid verse though.
I can't remember that. You gotta play. I do. You still got it?
Somewhere. I do. I got it on tape.
Ooh, I want to hear that.
I got the the first GC tape.
You probably got demos from us that you probably got.
I've always been a supporter of you. Let me get this. See, it started off as formalities and me giving you a props, but you are my favorite producer.
I feel sorry for you, brother. But
why are you such a jerk, man? No,
because there's Premier and there's P Rock and there's Prince Paul and there's Pharrell and there's Timbaland and there's goddamn Dilla and there's fucking rest in peace Dilla. I don't mean to say goddamn Dilla. That's terrible. But you know what I mean? There's Dilla. There's bro.
I think Primo is my second favorite.
And then I'm gonna add some controversy to this one. Everybody's gonna hate this one, but man, and there's Jake One. So
no, Jake One is ridiculous, bro.
And everybody be like, "You taught Jake One," blah blah blah. I'm like, you guys went in the trenches. You don't understand.
No, Jake. I remember when Jake used to do Jake breaks on Table Manners and bring you the records.
Right. Well, you know, he was under the Supreme, so he had more knowledge than me on that simple fact alone. Because Supreme is, you know, you like to think of things in God levels. Mm-hmm. You want to talk about God level on record collecting? That's Supreme.
Yeah.
He lives up to his name. So.
Yeah,
that's what that's about. You know what I mean? Jake didn't find them breaks. That's Supreme. He got them literally out of Supreme's crate.
Okay.
So,
okay.
And then he went on to be a beautiful, great, eclectic, and like record collector.
Jake One's definitely in my. I would say he's probably in my top 15 producers. My favorite producer, easy. But you're my favorite producer. It's not even close.
Well, there's favorite and there's top. You know what I mean? Those are two different things. But
I don't think there's no producer that you can't mess with. But listen, I've seen you get busy. I've seen you from the trenches. But anyways, so we're in the studio, and us, man, like we all had. I don't know if you had it, but I had I had aspirations, man. Of like I always wanted to be signed. and then I had a family.
Mm.
Then I got married, but I always wanted to be signed. And I remember saying to you one day, you always had these, you were known for these backhanded compliments. I said, vitamin, bro, for real, man. Out of all the people, man, seriously, I was not even fishing for nothing. I said, man, who you think out of the town would get signed, bro? He said, oh man, probably some cheesy commercial cats like you and Boney B.
Yeah, good. Hey, y'all was up there dancing like Hammer, but you had East Coast bars. I'm pretty sure I said that.
No, you definitely did.
I'm pretty sure I said that 100%. I'll hold that one, bro. It sounds disrespectful.
It's very disrespectful.
No, but I guarantee you, I didn't mean no disrespect.
You had
I meant it like
disrespectful.
You guys got the commercial aesthetic, so it'll probably be out. You know, if you stick to it.
I always wanted to be in tribal, man. I never
and look down while you're performing and have the weird beats that wasn't all the way slapping. I
want to be in tribal because y'all have respect, and that's why. But you know what?
Why do we have respect? I don't get it. Because you guys
you're being funny now. Right
no,
now.
I'm dead serious, B. Like y'all had the charisma, like them other groups that was like, man, we remember we was going up against DMS and all them guys who got a real deal and all that, like,
oh, Dangerous Mellow Smooth.
Like, man, RMF and all them dudes, Chuck D. Ross was tearing us apart when he got on the stage. You remember that? Like, we was getting
I remember two mics in the bush was
yeah.
Oh, but what you call was the real deal though.
But Blase and them cats was real.
Yeah, they was real.
Black, Silas Black was killing us. He was murdering us, bro. As far as some live, like straight MCing, like he was murdering us.
Man, why am I drawing a blank right now? With the One Brothers, man. They was super dope out of Tacoma, man. Why am I drawing?
Oh man, foul play, man.
No, the other cats. Well, my brother,
who you talking about Tilson and them guys, right?
No, I'm talking about
Black Anger.
Black Anger, thank you.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, man. Shaheen and they're from Virginia or something.
Yeah.
They're from Virginia, I think.
But
they got there from the military, right?
But Asim is from Tacoma though. He went to Lincoln.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, you're right.
That's my guy.
Yeah, that's my guy too.
That's my guy.
I just seen homie about 3 weeks ago, actually.
Yeah, that's my dude. Yeah, he dropped some stuff for me like 4 years ago that was hot. I'll play it for you. But anyways, so that happened. But I remember with Tribal, this interview is going so differently. We just gonna make this a historical thing.
Wow, all right.
What I loved about Tribal is the creativity part of it. And I remember saying, hey man, play this sample. And you was like, didn't that come out like 10 years ago? And I was like, yeah, man, come on, man, sample this real quick. He's like, nah, bro, we don't do that down here. It has to be at least 20 years old. I was like, word.
We used to have this, man. We used to have these rules, bro. And you know what? I don't follow not a one of them.
I still do.
To this day.
I still do.
Good luck with that, bro. Fuck that. Excuse my language. Nah. Bro. Don't do that. Hell nah.
So you sampling something that came out a year ago?
Yes. Absolutely. I don't care what it's from.
Nah,
you ain't been in my Bandcamp and listen to what's going on in that thing. I don't care what it is. My whole point is, you know what? I'm breaking all my own rules.
Nah.
On my last.
And see, that's why you're my mentor.
Last 8 albums.
That's why
my own rules.
That's why you will be my mentor. You're gonna be my sensei, so I can remind you. I can be your member, a mirror of how it should be.
Member. Please don't say that.
Come on, bro. Be cool.
No, I don't mean like. Come on, man. Damn. Fuck. Nah, bro. Not like that. I'm saying, even though you can be a member at times.
That's why I be telling people I can never be a fan because I will never blow a man. But listen, hey, I have nothing against people who blow men who are fans.
You're teetering on some the baby stuff right now, cuz
that's it.
He kind of echoed the same sentiment.
No,
his
he didn't.
career's
No,
over.
no,
Yes,
he
he
didn't.
did. He
His
said,
career's not over.
He said some of y'all be.
No, his career's not over. We're gonna talk about that. His career's not over. He's calling the police on the mother of his children. His career's not over. So listen, he's on a whole different extra line now. When you can call the police and not get pushed back on the mother of your children, yeah, you're on a whole different level. But listen,
she was out of pocket.
Not calling the police on the mother of my children. I'm saying that on record. I'm not doing it. But listen,
I feel you.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
No,
I'm gonna call her mama before I call. No. Anyways.
I've had to call the police on both of them before.
No, I know. I've listened to your songs,
but you know who my baby's mom is. So
I know, man. But you also have a song. What they gonna do when they come for you?
I've also been a victim of police brutality.
Exactly.
That's why my hair don't grow in the back, because they fucking busted my head open, man.
Okay.
That's why my dress is funny in the back. So,
you mean your locks, not your dress, your locks.
There you go.
All right, listen.
You know what though? I have intention when I say dress, because you know who's dreading it.
Okay. If you want,
you can dread that all you want to.
If you want to spin it like that,
it's my spin.
Okay.
That's the beauty of it. I get to have my own spin because I'm me.
Because you're a DJ. Got it. So then I was like, okay, so we can't sample nothing that's not 20 years old. Okay. I want to rap over this beat. Oh, no. Okay. Why? Someone else already rapped over it. Now, what we can do now is we can chop it and you can rap over a different section of it. I was like, okay. And I remember I brought you Just the Two of Us sample.
Gross. Grover Washington.
Yeah. With your guy on the singing.
Billy Bill.
Yeah. And you was like, this is what Vitamin would do. Oh yeah, you're getting producer credit for this. I am just working the keyboard. What you want me to do now? I was like, yeah, man. I'll play Just the Two of Us, man. This is a dope sample. This is before Will Smith sampled it.
Right.
Well, not Will Smith, but this is before, because I can't stand it when people say that Will Smith didn't sample the beat. He rapped over that sample. But this is way before he did it. At least, 10 years before he rapped over it.
Probably.
I thought it was hot. And everyone thought it
back then.
And everyone thought it was, no, it wasn't. It was 20 years old. It was literally 20 years old. I followed that rule, that metric.
Oh, no, bro. When we did
it? 94, maybe?
94.
Yeah. 20, yeah, definitely 20
years old. Just the Two of Us did not come out no dang 74. Just the Two of Us, I want to say, is 79.
I mean, we can look it up. I mean,
please Google that.
Anyways, it
might be later than that.
Everyone else thought the sample was dope.
It's a dope sample. It's a great song.
So while
a platinum selling popular song that anybody can sample, yes.
But why were you so against it then?
Because back then we didn't have the technology to flip stuff and chop them the way we do now, right?
I'm pretty sure you had an ASR back then. I'm pretty sure you sampled
that. I had an S50 back then.
Okay.
An S50 with an MMT8 sequencer.
Okay. All right.
I remember that. I know what gear I had back then. So that was before. And you might have caught me on the W30s. But either way, you got to remember ASR 10 was the progression of samplers to where we are now. That was some space age stuff. I didn't have that back then at all. ASR 10 back then in 90, we talking about 94, 95 or whatever it was, the 90s, $3,000-$4,000, bro.
Yo, oh yeah, for sure.
Back then.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent to spending 10 racks or something now, right?
Yeah. Hey, if it came out again, would you buy it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of equivalent to the system I have now. I have the modern day ASR 10 in my house.
What's that?
Oh man.
It's actual physical keyboard?
No, controllers. I got complete. I mean, battery in its own is already so space age, and then you add the isotope stuff with it, so you can isolate the vocals and all that. And Yeah, we got 10,000. I definitely
I'm
have
a really,
$10,000 worth of gear in my computer.
what you just now said, I'm gonna really need you to speak in 8th grade reading level. I need you to be the USA Today for our audience. But anyways, listen.
All right, I'm gonna say it like this: for the same price it would have cost you to get an ASR 10 back then, you can spend on software now, and you got so much control of the audio. You can mix, master, isolate vocals out of 2 tracks, take drums out of samples, and everything else, and all the stuff we dreamed about when we was kids.
Yeah, I don't know how to do all that.
Right. Well, they got it now. It's all on my laptop. I know that much.
Yeah. So
I don't know, man. I'll give you the, I'll let you be a part of my license or something. I don't know what to.
Yeah. So Vitamin and I, we build this friendship, and it develops to a point where I was coming down to the studio on a regular basis and recording stuff, to the point where I got into like his routine. And I remember he'd be like, hey, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and play this beat. I'm gonna put it on loop. This is how you do it. Da-da-da-da. And he was teaching me how to work the ADAT.
Yeah, and count bars and all that. I remember trying to teach you how to count bars and work the ADAT. I remember that.
And then he was like, da-da-da, because I got to go upstairs. I got to wash these dishes.
Absolutely. My mom was about them chores, man. Hey, we can do whatever we wanted before 6 o'clock. 6:30, chores better be done.
Yeah.
Mom's on the way home. Straight up.
And so I remember down there, and I recorded a song, and it just became a routine in scheduling studio dates. And then like he's like, hey, it's $20 an hour. I was like, oh, that's what we're doing now. It's like, yeah, man, this is a business. So I was like, okay. I think Vitamin, actually, you and Keek, Ghetto Press.
Shout out to Press.
Yeah. Bro. I think y'all are the first peer business owners that I ever met. Black business owners. You and Keek. Keek was before you for sure.
Absolutely.
But I remember when I came by the house.
I got my blueprint from bro though, man. Straight up, man. Me and Dude rock to this day on business. Like literally, I need to.
You talking about a phenomenal human being.
I need to square up with Dude tomorrow.
Right.
That's how much me and Keek do business. Like, man, that's my bro too. Like, bro.
And we're not even talking about just like a good businessman, just a good human being.
Good brother, period. Man.
Yeah,
good brother.
So I remember one time I came down to the pharmacy, man. You got the receipt book and everything. I'm like, word. It's like, hey, here's the receipt, carbon copy. Here you go. I was like, all right, he's on his stuff. And I remember we developed a relationship. And I remember one time we was down in the studio, and you just out the blue, you just asked me this question. He was like, hey, if you saw me getting my ass whooped on the side of the road, would you stop and would you help? I was like, I looked at you like, hell yeah. Like, he's like, for real? I was like, yeah, why wouldn't I? He's like, that means a lot.
All right, man. That might have been after the you know what? I probably was traumatized, man, because I'm not going to mention the cats that was there.
Got you.
But for the record, it was not Bill. But some G's rolled up on my house one time. And a couple of my partners was there, man. Some tribal homies too. I'm not gonna mention who was there. And some niggas jumped out. Excuse my language, fuck. Excuse me. But man, some cats jumped out the core and whatnot. And they had some kind of problem with me. All right, whatever. They're about 4 or 5 deep. And one of the cats that was in the car is like my brother right now. Like that's my bro. I'm talking about bro. But sometimes you got to go through these things to become brothers. You know what I mean? So anyway, these cats jump on the car, man. They throwing up their gang signs and whatnot. One of them got a pistol.
Was they BGD or something?
Nah, they was Bloods.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One got a pistol on me. They jump out the car. They ready to scrap about something they offended about, something that I did or whatever. You know what I mean? I couldn't quite gather what they was even offended about. But, that's old school hood politics, man. If anybody got a problem, they're going to come to your house. If they know where your mama's staying, they're going to roll up on you. It's the old school. So
had it happen to me.
I mean, you know, so these cats rolled up on me. Yeah, we want to scrap. Wooty wooty woo. My crew was with me. As soon as the dude put the pistol on me, I mean, naturally they ran. I didn't run though, because I don't run like that, man. It's like, man, if this is what it is, it's just what it is. So, dude had a problem. I was like, what are we gonna do? I'm like, we gonna put him up or what's going on? And it was a bunch of hoopla. Dude didn't really want to put him up because my crew done ran. You got 4 people with you and a dude with a pistol on me, and you still woofing. But you know, wasn't no blows thrown for some reason. I don't understand why. I don't know. But I do know this much. So my crew ran. That's what I know. And they left me sitting there, and I had to deal with that by myself while them dudes was up the block. You feel me?
Yeah. Damn. I don't know. I've been in those critical situations. Me and Lidre been in those critical situations.
I can imagine. I can imagine you and Dre them had a couple of those, especially messing with you, bro, because you don't back down. And you know, I respect that, man. That's one of the things I respect about you, bro. I see you put in work too one time, man. I was like, ooh. Ooh, bro got hands. I'm like,
yeah, I mean, it's so we grew to have this friendship, and it went beyond making the music, and then it went on to him actually teaching me how to work this ASR. And I remember one thing you told me, it's like, I'm like, man, like, how do you work this? He's like, man, if I can figure it out, you can. You seem like a smart dude. And I wanted to get to the point where you know,
because you were smart, bro.
I wanted to get to the part when I wanted to learn how to scratch, and you know, and but you definitely water the seed, man, because I would be sitting in my studio trying to accumulate as much equipment as I could, man, to try to emulate what I seen down there in the pharmacy. And then it kind of evolved into, oh, you hoop too? I was like, yeah, man, I do, you know, I do something. Like, let's go play hoop. I remember one time he went out to the Meany Middle School, man. We was out at the course, man. What's the joint?
The little gym or the big gym?
We was what's the community center next to oh no, we was at Meany. We was at Meany.
Well, was we at the little gym?
The little gym.
Miller's the big gym and Meany's.
No, we was at the little gym and
with the jacket walls.
Yeah. This guy
where Jason Terry used to
this dude could not miss. And he was clowning me too, beating me, talking about, yeah, you got that Navy jumper.
You're too muscular. Your joint was too muscular.
It was like, you got that fundamental Navy jumper.
Bro, relax, man. Yeah. Your joint is too muscular.
Yeah. So we started playing hoop together.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, I was coming over his house. We started having children, and you know what I'm saying? And
all of a sudden that's bro, right? That's bro.
But
we done seen each other in compromising positions, man. Don't nobody judge. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, get home safe, bro.
I have no idea what he's talking about right now.
Yeah, man. Well, I do. Man, he does too. He doesn't see me on the worst one, man. And brother done uplifted me. That's all I'm saying. You feel me? So that's all we talking about.
Yeah, and
no details needed.
We had the pleasure, man, of working together on my one-person show, the Griot Party. You know, just several things and whatnot.
Man, that was a beautiful night that night, bro.
Which one? What you talking about?
The one you had me at. Right?
Oh, you talking about the one-person show?
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, your one-person show was dope at the one job. And then you had me doing one after that, I want to say, and that was they were both beautiful nights, right?
Yeah. It was good stuff. We running up on 54 minutes. We ain't really talked really no hip hop, man. We gotta have a part two.
Yeah.
But listen,
this episode's called The Setup, and then
it's a setup.
Are we gonna cut it out at 60 and then go part 2? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. I asked you a question about 4 years ago, and I'm not going to tell you what you said, but I'm gonna ask you it again.
Let's see if I have a different hour.
Let's see.
Different outcome. Let's see.
What's your favorite or dopest song you ever made?
I ever made?
Yeah.
I ain't made it yet.
See, there you go. My God. Same answer.
I ain't made it yet. There's no way I made it yet.
You don't think so?
Nah, man. I keep getting, as far as on technicals anyway, I can't say to the taste of the people or whatever. But as far as what I know I'm doing and where I've come from, I keep getting better.
So you still think at the age you at in the game, that you still getting better with your craft?
Absolutely. And
That's
I still
dope.
practice.
Yeah, man. You better than me, man.
I still practice. You feel me?
Right.
Like, this ain't no game. Like, when you said the game, this ain't no game for me. This is life at this point.
Right.
I don't got no other choice.
I remember you was doing the big tunes, the beat contest.
Right. You know everybody keeps copying my little format. That's all good. But everybody know I'm the first one to do that. Okay.
All right. That was your idea, not John's? I don't know, because
we got the video footage where it was just me by myself up there.
Gotcha.
And Marcus Lolario, shout out to Dark Mark. Marcus Lolario gave me the venue. John didn't name it Big Tune because before that it didn't have a name. It was just me grassroots, getting all the producers together and inviting all the rappers out. My point was to get the community connected because the rappers didn't know the producers. Man, I can't find no beats. I'm like, all these producers out here, you ain't got no beats? Oh man, we ain't got no rappers. I just be making beats. All these rappers out here and you ain't got no rapper? Like, so that was my idea to connect the people. That was the original reason for me doing that. Okay. And then it's like, oh, we got to pay for the venue. Because at first I was getting the venue for free. And then it was like, we got to pay for the venue. All right, I got to make it a contest. So we got to put monetary stakes involved. So you got to pay this much to get in. And that's how I cover my expenses. Doorman, security, whoop. And then the outcome, the winner wins the door of the venue, basically. That was my first format. Right. And then it became, and then I always made it crowd judged because the only way you're going to get people in the building is if the community's investing in it, right? Yeah. The Apollo format. Not even the Apollo format. It is. It's a bunch of people rooting. So if I tell you you're the producer in the thing, it's crowd judge. What you gonna do? You're gonna bring 20 people with you. Yeah, right? Absolutely. So, that's why I didn't make it too far when I did. Yeah, because you was lone wolf, B. Exactly. Nah, bro, you gotta, bro. I'm gonna tell you the other reason why you didn't make it. You had one of the, bro. I remember this drum roll and this beat, man. I'll never forget that in my life, bro. Tell him about the drum roll. It was off. That joint was that wasn't it. And that was during when Just Blaze was killing it. Everybody had a drum roll, bro. Yeah. You came with a drum roll, bro. I was like, but I remember when you selected me to be in Big Tunes, you was like, yeah, you're definitely in. I had the these 3 words, that sample. I flipped that sample from Stevie Wonder. Right. And then you had some good. I remember you were qualified to be in it. You like, it wasn't like I just put you in on some homie shit. Oh no, I know like that you were qualified, but I was like, bro, I don't know what quantized you on, man, but the drum rolls, bro, you gotta tighten the joints up, bro. You came with I want to say, bro, it was at least 2 bars, but I want to say it was exaggerated, like 4-bar drum roll in that joint, bro. And I remember being Jake Wood. For some reason, Jake was there, bro. Okay. And, bro, you hit cats with that drum roll. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I remember I couldn't keep a straight face. I was like, oh yeah, bro, it's crazy for that. Like, I was like, yo, hey, this dude hit us with the 8-bar drum roll, but it was like. It was kind of like, like it's like, yo, where's this going? And then you thought the D was like, he right here. And it's like, nope. Oh, okay. Bro.
Hey.
I swear to God, if you ask Jake about this very moment, he there's no way he forgets this moment, bro. We were sitting there and you did that drum roll, bro, and bro, I was trying to keep a straight face because I think I was on stage. And he was like on the side or something. I can't remember.
Oh, I played it in the beat battle?
It was in the battle, bro. It was in the battle, bro. This drum roll was so out of pocket.
Because I did it because I made it twice. I did one. I think that was the first time because the second time I made it to the semifinals.
I think that might have been the one. You was kind of making it far, and then you hit them with this beat, man, and they had this drum roll, bro.
Okay.
I almost, bro. As soon as I heard that drum roll, I lost it myself, bro. Like, oh snap! Talking about a drum roll. This motherfucker had a drum roll. Like,
hey, I never told you this, but that's the reason why it was so nerve-wracking to record at the pharmacy, bro. You know, you were going to studio sessions just to let you know, and
there's greats in there. Yeah, absolutely. Everybody's sitting back and looking at you too.
And they were be hella people in there. I was like, God dang.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. You know, and that's where I honed my craft. And I remember
back then, hip hop was kind of based on live.
Yeah.
So, man, we rap on stage, man. So if you can't take us, you can't take this.
Oh yeah, for sure.
People here, like, what is you talking about right now?
And I was a stand-up comedian back in the day too, so I was used to.
And you always had that comedic timing and the audacity to say the joke. Absolutely. I learned that one from you.
I don't know. I don't know. People say that a lot, but I don't know. You always seem like you was way more bolder than me. But
no way. I would have been that bold to have that drum roll on my beat, bro.
That's what we're doing now.
No, I'm dead. You gotta have a certain amount of boldness to even conceive to do that. I never could do the Just Blaze style. You gotta be a bold or the Bink style and all that. When it was drum roll city, I'm not known for drum rolls or none of that because man, I wasn't that bold, bro. I'm not a drum major.
You gotta understand. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know the exact beat. I have that beat CD though somewhere.
Oh, I need to.
I do. No, because you know what? I actually got really. That's what I liked about Big Tune. I remember one time.
Oh, it'll get you right.
Oh man, bro! I practiced so much.
You'll know what to
get accepted. I remember one time I sat up in my attic in Burien, Washington for 2.5, 3 hours on one snare just to get it right, man. Just like, I got to get this right, man. You know what I'm saying? And
that's what we do, man.
Yeah. And you know what? I ain't been in that mode for a minute.
Boy, they got sample packs and drum packs now. You ain't even gonna do all that.
You know what? I have downloaded a couple of them. And I'm like, man, this is cheating. This is cheating. This is cheating, man. Cheating. Well, what I was going to say,
everybody else is doing.
But what I was going to say was, you got to understand, I was on that Triton LE right over there, and I can just think right now, I probably did it on Cubase.
Triton,
yeah,
that's crazy.
Well, I got ASR. ASR is older than a Triton,
but yeah, ASR is something different than a Triton because a Triton sounds like now, and ASR sounds like something you can't get no more.
Yeah, it sounds like all those old Pharrell beats.
Can't get that no more.
You can't?
Nah, it's got a certain punch and bite to it that the new shit don't got.
Yeah. But I just remember sitting up there. You got to understand, man, some of that stuff, man, I was doing drum rolls in real time. I
can tell.
Trying to do
that joint sound like the beginning of the Brick House where you're like
I think that might have been Nah, I think I had everything quantized. I have to had everything synced up at the MIDI'd up at the time.
Yeah,
I don't know
you
what
probably had to quantize up too high, bro, because that was hitting notes that it had nothing to do with the concept.
Why is that the beat you only remember with C?
No, man, no, but you know what though? I always tell man, look, bro, if we're gonna go there, man, I was always like, bro, man, what quantizers you want? You don't ever remember me always asking you that?
Yeah.
Bro, what quantizers you want, bro? That you quantizers too high, man. Cause you used to have a skip in your beat, but it was consistent. So I'm like, is it a style or
it's just my style?
It used to be a skip.
I remember one time I met RZA.
Hey man, y'all now we're talking about a skip.
Exactly. That's where I'm going with this.
That brother had a skip on his joints too.
And I remember I talked to him for like 4 hours. He took we went back and he carried his ASR with him on the road and he had it in his trailer and stuff. And he was just, I was like, man, yeah. Like, but I really do think he didn't know how to work the equipment, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I mean, he's from the SP1200 days, man. I am too, to an extent, but
did you use the instruction manual with the ASR, or you just figured it out?
I've never had an instruction manual to anything I've ever used except for the HR16.
Okay.
The Alesis HR16. And other than that, any other manual I read, I didn't understand what the hell it was talking about. So.
Okay. See, I'm both. So I start off with the manual and then I go to human beings. Like, nah, man, tell me, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, everything I've ever done in hip hop was shot to me by somebody else.
Right.
Word of mouth. And it was the weird thing about it, none of them were actually skilled at all as close to how I'm skilled. They just understood that I didn't understand this one thing. And so they was like, hey, bro, you should do this.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like, word? And then I do this shit and I'm like, oh,
I always thought you were self-learned. I always thought you understood how to work.
Bill taught me how to work a sampler.
Really?
Yes, Bill. Be self, bro. Be self is a genius. He don't.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He don't like to, he don't like to acknowledge his own genius, and that's fine, whatever. But nah, Bill taught me how to all that crazy stuff that you be hearing on the beats and the ghetto children beats. Them is Bill's concepts, and that's me trying to technically execute them.
Right.
Most of the time.
Yeah, you was always good at that. Give you an idea, and you'd be like, oh, okay, I can make this work.
Yeah, it was that a lot of that stuff is Bill, man. Like trust me, I practiced enough to be able to pull it off. So I had to have my own ideas in like some capacities, but they weren't as complete as an idea from Bill. You know what I mean? Bill seemed to have complete ideas, and he would always push me to catch that. And this is the count you should catch it on, and that. No, we're doing this for this count. Like he would do weird counts. Like, I need an extra bar because I want to say this one extra thing on the beat.
Hey, one time,
and I have to account.
Oh, he was always good at that. I remember one time I was in the studio, and y'all was in a session, and he literally forgot a bar or a couple bars, and then ended it right where the chorus was. I'm like, how did you do that? He says, I just counted it. I was like, dang, but you forgot a bar, right? He's like, yeah, I forgot a couple bars, but then it just ended because I remember how you used to sequence stuff on the ASR.
Well, you know how we was doing it? We would lay it down while the niggas rapping.
Exactly.
My language. Damn, man.
It's all good.
It's just
yeah. And I got that from you too. That's how I started formatting the sequence of my songs. I would rap it and then do the breaks, and I would follow you.
Okay, yeah. We was doing the breaks while guys rapping right on the spot.
Exactly.
Light breaks. There's still drops that you got to do afterwards when everything's laid in the ADAT, and then you're doing the mix down and you hit everybody's on the mute button. That's old school.
Yep. Yeah.
Now you got Pro Tools, you just chop it out. But back then it was like 3-4 cats on the mute buttons. It's like, all right, man, we got 8 tracks a beat. So when he says, yo, I grabbed my nuts, then we gotta go and then bring it back into one. We're all right, you all ready? Like
Yeah, but the ASR made it easy for you to do that, though.
No, remember on the ASR you used to have to do each individual track in live mode, in song mode.
Well, I did it a lot more. What's the word I'm looking for? Rudimentary than you, because I wouldn't even go that deep.
You was probably using solos and all that, but
yep,
I had
that's exactly what I was doing. Just moving my hand up. I'm put this down, put this down.
Now
just,
I had,
yep.
You know, Bill was like, no, this one sound needs to be there, and the rest need to drop out. You know, so you got to program it individually.
Yeah.
Bill, so
yeah, I've never programmed a sequence like that on ASR. I've gone in real time and done a whole song like that, just going like, you know, pulling stuff down.
No yeah, because they had automation back then.
Yeah.
That's how Space Chase the ASR 10 was back then. They had automation thing there like 91 or something, 92, whenever it came out.
So I want to ask you this question, and then we're gonna move to the plan of action. We always end with a plan of action on Seed Talk. But I know you got plenty of these. Like, tell me about an accomplishment, whether it's a beat or working with an artist where you just walked away from it like, dang, that was dope.
It happened to me today.
Okay.
I got to do a Native Tongues tribute set on the radio today. And
okay.
I was in my bag.
Okay.
Because I mean, you know, it's one of my main influences and whatnot. So not my main, my biggest influence is Public Enemy, but
really?
Absolutely.
Bomb Squad.
The layering of samples, the message, the powerful MC, and the way everything syncopates, the breakdowns, the eclectic the artistic direction, all that shit. Public Enemy is the ultimate for me.
That's your favorite. That's your favorite hip hop group ever
of all time. Group of all time. It might. Geez, it goes between Gang Starr and Outkast, but.
Really?
Yeah.
Mine's NWA.
No way, not for me.
Yeah.
Nah, too much Hollywood in that saga.
Yeah,
Ice Cube. You got the rhymes that I say,
but you got Bomb Squad up in there though. Is that Bomb Squad?
Well, Bomb Squad, they had some of that stuff too. Terminator X wasn't really Terminator X, so
okay,
that broke my heart when I found that out. Johnny Juice, shout out Johnny Juice, the real DJ that was doing them scratches.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, for me, there's a lot of accomplishments that you've done. I was like, damn, that was pretty dope. For me, was when I was listening to Power, and I was like, that really sounds like a Vitamin D bass line. I was like, that's. Let me look at the credits real quick.
I don't even think that song got a bass line.
Yeah, it's moving. Do 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 do. It might have been your pops on the playing.
Well, Pops on the guitar.
It might have been him.
No, he's on the guitar. I'm doing whatever bass.
It's a big rich town. I was like, that sounds like a Vitamin D beat, and sure enough, I looked it up. That's all you. Is that sample based?
Just one note off of a sample.
Okay.
And then I played on the keys.
Yeah.
That's that one note is off of. I still use that one note to this day. It's off of Matthew Larkin Cassell record.
Okay.
It's like a $1,400 record. Yeah, it's retarded.
Oh, here we go.
I gave my only copy to Jake because Jake has been such a godsend to me in the years as far as opportunities and showing me techniques and stuff like that.
Yeah. That's a hard beat though.
I gave him my ASR that I programmed all them other days. Then that's the same way he did Rock Cocaine Flow on all that shit.
Yeah, man.
I'm about to tell her. I'm working on that one. I'm gonna tell a story about that ASR 10 because that ASR 10, I didn't earn that ASR 10. Fred Kane gave me that ASR 10 because I was trying to teach him how to make beats. He bought it for himself. I'm up there teaching him how to make beats, and he just got discouraged.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, no way I'll be able to do that. Hey, man, you just want to just take this ASR 10 and then just do a few beats for me so I could record a rap album? And I was like, sure. And that's how Central Intelligence got born. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they got some heat. Yeah,
that's how I got that ASR 10 from Fred Kane. That very same ASR 10 something happened to Jake's shit. I happen to have 3 or 4 of them laying around in my studio, so I gave him that one to go because that's the most dependable one I had, and I knew he had some big stuff at stake because his manager had him embark on some really good opportunities that kind of shaped his career, actually.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, you got action at that? You need an ASR 10? Take my boy. This is my main. This is my guy. I like this is my. I had a few. That was my blue screen with the expanded memory, with the output expander and everything. I was like, man, take it, man. Do your thing, bro. If you got that opportunity, somebody needs to bubble out this thing, man. Please take that thing, man. Because Jake's always been extra talented.
Yeah,
like that, and he
got grit too, man.
People don't understand that this guy is actually giving me a lot of People say that I gave him his technique, but actually he gave me a lot of my technique. I just got more. I'm just more retarded with my shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he'll show me some shit, and I do some retarded shit with it, and he'd be like, "What the fuck was that?" And I'd be like, "Oh man, this is my retarded way of thinking of the thing that you were trying to get to."
Right. Yeah, we gonna get canceled for retarded too, by the way. But it's cool,
man.
It's all good.
I mean, retarded as in my brain don't work right.
Okay, you just made it worse. Because even in hip hop, retarded doesn't mean your brain doesn't work right. I mean, it works so good that it's dope.
It's kind of the same thing, right?
I wouldn't say it doesn't work right, but listen. All right, so what's the plan of action? The plan of action is what we do at every Seed Talk, and what I mean by the plan of action for this episode is, what is the plan of action if you're a person who is an artist and you want to do your craft, you know what I'm saying, and get out there and use your craft as therapy. Let's say that using your craft, because at this point in my life, and I think it's the same for you, like you said, it's not no game for me either. Like my artistry and hip hop and performing hip hop, making beats and rapping and these words and whatnot, it's a form of therapy. So what do you think a plan of action is, man? How do you turn your artwork and your art into a therapeutic process?
How do you turn your art into therapy? I don't know if your art should necessarily be therapy. It is for me in some aspects, but sometimes it's actually my curse too.
So how did it become a therapy then?
My amount of gratitude is what made it become therapy. So I got these concepts. It's work. You have to sacrifice to be good, right? So at that point, it's not therapy if you're making sacrifices, right? Can we say that?
Yeah, I understand how it shares some intersection with that.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's not black and white with that, but you know what I mean? Depending on how big your sacrifices are, and some are bigger than others, you know what I mean? Especially in today's climate where you can just pick up a laptop and just go, you know what I mean? Back then, you had to really make real sacrifices to make beats, you know? I had to wear 2 pairs of pants in 2 years of my high school career in order to save up for a motherfucking 4-track.
You had to wear 2 pairs of pants. Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I had 2 pairs of pants from junior year to senior year, 2 pairs of pants. Right. That's it.
Because you were saving up.
Saving up, man. But bro, my records, I was trying to DJ. My shit was going on records and tapes and anything that had to do music. Chords, drum machines, whatever it was. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, you know what? When I'm out and about and I got to do it, man, I'm going to wear these pants. Other than that, man, I hope they don't notice that I got the same 501s on every day, man. like it is what it is, man. Like, you know what I mean? I was doing that. I was working at Pizza Hut trying to save for that. Then I eventually started selling weed and it got a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. And then I started getting with the Jack Boys, and then that's how some of the other stuff
Yeah.
stuff.
Part 2,
man.
part 3. Yeah.
Right, man. Yeah. And that was a sacrifice of my character because I'm not a real jack boy by nature. But if there's a
right,
if there's a greater cause to it, then somebody gonna have to. We're gonna have to skin that down, man. And you have to come out those, man. If you ain't doing nothing with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We never robbed nobody that was actually doing something real with their shit though, because that's fucked up. But a toy, yeah, we'll rob him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that some venues came up missing them from some mixing boards.
Well, that's a little shit. That's a venue, man. They got insurance for that, bro. I'm talking about individuals. Yeah, venues is getting jacked all day. Anything with insurance is getting jacked. Like that's what that was back then for sure.
Anti-establishment. I hear you. My plan of action would be, man, to turn your art into therapy, man. Is set time aside to have that relationship. Be intentional to have that relationship with that art form. And I think for me, that was how I transformed and pivoted my artwork into a form of therapy, you know what I'm saying, where I could actually express it through the music, through writing or whatnot, and I wouldn't take that stuff out on other people.
All right. So let's break that down even further. What kind of therapy are we talking about? Are we talking anger management? Are we talking a distraction from the bullshit?
Both.
Is we talking
both of those for sure?
Is we talking brain development? Like what are we talking about?
Or just being a better person, just like helping you
through art
process. Oh, absolutely, for me. Absolutely.
So you ain't got to be a good dude first and then create good art. You can become a good dude through the art.
It sustains it for me. It sustained me and validated that I am a good person. That's what it did for me.
Validated that you were a good person. All right, man. You got to break that down for me a little bit more.
Because the relationship I had with my music was like, number one, if I had any self-esteem issues or lack of confidence,
it's gonna come out in the music for sure.
Okay, it could have, and many times it did, but once I reached the point,
always does.
But however, when I reached the point, there was a time where it's like, damn, bro, you good. This is really, really good. Like, you're really talented. You know what I'm saying? You're really, really good. And that was from me being in isolation with that music, like just working at my craft, sustaining and validating that I am really good at what I do. I do have substance. I am valuable.
Really? That's what the music did for you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then when I share it with other people, and they be like, hey, man, that is dope. And I'll be like, and then me and my music, we sit next to you. See, we told each other, huh? Yeah, you good. Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people don't know this about me too. Let me say this part. A lot of people don't know this about me. Naturally, I'm an introvert, but my music and my art made me an extrovert because it forced me to show it off to other people.
All right, you know what? I can give you that. I'm naturally an introvert the same way.
Yeah. So now I guess technically I'm an ambivert.
Ambivert.
Yeah, it's a combination of the two. Like, I'm very outgoing when things is good, but when things ain't good, I'm an introvert. Yeah. Right. Yeah. But that's how I became an extrovert. I was the only child for 17 years.
What the ambu part?
Ambi, I think it's ambi,
right?
Yeah, ambivert. Yeah.
Is that Greek or Latin?
I don't know, bro.
Oh man, he's a principal.
So what? What does that mean? What does that mean? You just gonna throw
I need to rely on you for that. Is they Greek or Latin, man? Like, bro, I didn't go to school, man. Come on.
What we do is we leave breadcrumbs, so people can figure that out.
Hey, whoever's watching this podcast, let us
ambivert. I want to say ambi. I want to say that's Latin. But
ambi sounds Latin.
Yeah, it sounds Latin.
More than Greek for sure.
But yeah, man, I was the only child for 17 years, so. I just, I got two little brothers, you know what I'm saying, now, but I used to sit with my poetry and stuff like that. And I had imaginary friends. And so I was Oh, okay. But yeah, and then that's how I was forced to like, well, you've been practicing this stuff for so long. Let's go ahead and put it out there to the public and see if it's good. And my family was really good because a lot of the stuff I did probably, that I did when I was younger was trash. It was terrible. You know what I'm saying? But they were like, yeah, keep going. Yeah, that's really good. It's like, yeah. So.
Well, that's what's up. Let me think, man. My dad came around. You know, my dad used to tell me.
What's that?
Oh, that's what you guys is doing? Oh, yeah, that's deep.
That's deep. You talking about hip hop?
No, that's just when I play my demos and my dad.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You can hear that? I can hear what? What are you talking about? That's deep, son. Is that good? What you mean?
That sound like the neutral zone. Just like, hey man, I don't want to really break this dude's heart.
Deep. That's what I thought too. Like,
because you know what? The funny thing about it, that was an ongoing joke when my children were growing up. Like when they said something, I'm like, oh, that's deep. That's deep. Yeah, that's deep.
That's why I think Pops was that deep in me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, that's deep. All right, Pops.
Yeah.
Show you.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to get the part 2 popping. We went in almost an hour and a half, man. It's been Seed Talk. We left some breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs. You gotta check out Vitamin on Bandcamp. Check him out on Instagram. What is it? Tall Homie?
At Tall Homie Vita, right?
Yeah, Tall. Hey, your Instagram is popping. It's really dope.
He says
really,
that.
No, it's really good. No, because he shows off his other skills. He got some videography going on that he puts with his beats.
iPhone.
Yeah.
He said he got the 3-camera John. My joint only got one dot on that John. What you got? You got the new John, huh?
Yeah, I got the 13.
Yeah, man.
I be on that iMovie. You be on the iMovie too?
No, bro. Look, bro. I got a trap phone still. So yeah.
So you're not on iMovie? How you be doing your edits?
Look, one. Where's the camera?
Okay. All right. Stop. All right.
One dot.
Stop. Okay. Stop.
One dot.
Yeah. All right. So what do you be editing your movies on then?
What is it called? Video Shop.
Oh, okay.
Free download.
Oh,
free app. I don't even want to get in business like that, man.
Well, you know, iMovie comes with the phone, so
right. But iMovie's way more professional than this app. My joint is like
really, because iMovie is really. You know what? I'm gonna hit you with one of your lines. You know, if I can work it, you can. I shot a whole sitcom,
and this is why I'm not a videographer or an editor. But I will get into that, and y'all don't want to see me on the video edits because if I get nice like how I am on the audio edits,
no, you're. It's actually easier. Anyways, Seed Talk. We'll check you next time. Hit us up on our handles. Logic Our Man. You know what I'm saying? Vitamin D.
Tall Homie Vita.
Yep. We out. Rap.